lovely day. The sun is shining, not a cloud in the sky. What could possibly go wrong today? Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day. Hello and welcome to Anfield Agenda. Yes, it is match day again. Somehow Liverpool take on Wolves yet again at the Molineux this evening. 8 p.m. kickoff. Please join us for that one this evening. We'll be live from 6:45 for the watch along. Surely we can't lose to Wolves again, can we? Can we? We do have some more Arne Slot press conference quotes to go through. Yes, love Arne Slot press conferences. We have some news around Yan Diamonde, a bit of insight from Paul Joyce, and a little bit on Spurs, because look, we need a laugh this morning, don't we? Anyway, my name is Conor. As you see from the intro, I am a bit weird, so if anyone wants to diagnose me in the comments, please feel free. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that stuff, and let's jump straight into the news. Let's talk wingers. Let's start with wingers. So we have a report from Team Talk this morning who say Liverpool want 19-year-old Yan Diamonde to replace Mohamed Salah on the right wing, and the RB Leipzig winger would cost around £87 million. A transfer for preferred target Michael Olise in the summer is not considered realistic, for their focus has shifted to Diamonde. We will come back to Yan Diamonde in just a moment, but just to go to Arne Slot and what he said about wingers, this came from the embargoed section of his press conference, This came out late last night. So Arne Slot says being a winger in the modern game is the hardest position of all, and please do let me know if you agree with this or not. If we concede a goal, it's not about the two centre-backs. If we don't generate enough from the sides, then maybe we don't switch the ball fast enough, or we don't bring them into enough open situations. We have, of course, a 17-year-old player who is improving more and more and more. It's not always about the transfer market. The answer is also the training ground and trying to improve that part. But again, show me which teams are doing that so much better than us in the Premier League. I can show you one in La Liga where Lamine Yamal is playing, but I didn't see a lot of chances coming from there from the games I watched on Wednesday. It's also due to the fact there are 10 big athletes who are really fast defending in and around the box. It's the hardest position to play in current football, being a winger, because there are so limited spaces and the players you face are so good. Back in the day there was a right footer on the right and a left footer on the left. Why? Because in that era you could go on the outside and cross it in, but everyone is so fast now. Against these defenders, that's why you only see left footers on the right and right footers on the left, because going on the outside of your opponent with this physique is getting harder and more difficult. Point number one, does this explain why Cody Gakpo always cuts inside? Like, is it an instruction to be like, it's too tricky to go on the outside, so just cut in? Like, that is giving us a bit of indication there from Arne. Point two, does he have a point? Like, we see the likes of Bukayo Saka kind of struggling to get goals and assists recently. Like, is it the modern game, but it's just like such tight space, so many defenders behind the ball, are wingers being just kind of cut out of the game slightly? See, I feel like I kind of agree with what he's saying, but then Mohamed Salah scored about 400 goals last year from right wing, you know, like it shouldn't have changed that drastically in the space of 6 or 12 months since last season. Fair enough, there probably is something to the fact that like players are more athletic and strong and stuff now. Like if you look back to years ago, they would have had more space to run into, defenders would have been a bit more slow, and wingers would have just that pace to just burst past them down the outside. And I know that becomes trickier when players are so fit and capable these days, but I don't think it's an excuse. Like I certainly don't think it's an excuse for why Cody Gakpo and Mohamed Salah have to start every week, or why their numbers are so bad this season. Like I think if it's not working, change something. Like make a tweak, make something happen that gives us more space on the outside. Look, I'm not a tactical genius. I'm not here to tell you move this player out this place and then he'll drag this player in and that gives more room, or like there's probably something there that can be done, and Arne Slot is there to figure out these things ultimately. He is the manager. Like he kind of just comes out explaining problems but never finds a solution, and it's just getting a bit boring at this point. Paul Joyce was then speaking about this quote. He said, "The admission by Slot that Liverpool had struggled to dominate on the sides against Wolves was not meant as pointed criticism of the duo, being Salah and Gakpo, nor was he sending a message to his superiors about where summer spending should be focused. Notwithstanding the presence of Rio Ngamoha and Jeremy Frimpong's versatility, a plethora of wingers have already been linked with the Anfield club, including RB Leipzig's Yan Diamonde, 19, whose profile, fast, young and talented, would inevitably have caught Liverpool's attention." So Paul Joyce has name-dropped Yan Diamonde there. That's quite interesting. Like we've seen lots of reports from the likes of Team Talk coming out of Germany as well, just like Yan Diamonde looks to be the target for Liverpool since Michael Olise seems to be unattainable. And it's interesting to see Paul Joyce backing it up, saying like just name-dropping him really, because like Paul Joyce doesn't speak about transfer targets unless there's something to it. So I would, at this point, be confident enough to say that Yan Diamonde is the man. Whether we get him or not is another story, but I would be confident enough at this point to say that Yan Diomande is the target for Liverpool, and we could very likely see him come in the summer. £87 million seems to be the price. Please do let me know if you think that's too much. Is it too little? Is it a bargain? I don't know why you'd say it's too little, to be fair, because like, why would it be too little? That'd be a good deal. But you know what I mean. Would you take it for 87 million? It's a lot of money for a 19-year-old, but if the club is convinced he is the next Mohamed Salah or the next like heir to the throne of being the best winger in the world, then look, £87 million could be a bargain, but please do let me know on that one. Next up from Slotdown, he said, I am the same manager as last season. It's so hard to create tempo in a game if the other team doesn't want to have tempo. It's so hard to create so many chances in the current Premier League where everybody is so physical and has a certain playing style. Everybody is struggling with that, and we are struggling with that as well. I would not deny that at all. So to get pace is not as simple as people think it is, unless we can just kick every ball inside the 18-yard box. But do we want to play like that? That's the first question. And then, do we have the players for that? And will that generate pace, or will that generate frustration if the goalkeeper every time catches the ball and then kicks the ball away? Again, I go back to my previous point. He just kind of comes up with a problem, states it, and then doesn't come up with a solution. Like, what's the good in that? Like, he speaks like a pundit at times. It's like he's sitting there going, yeah, Liverpool just, they struggle down that right-hand flank, don't they? Yeah, they just can't get any width. Yeah, it's poor from them. Like, it's you, Arna. It's you, Arna. You're the one who's coming up with the tactics. You're the one meant to be figuring this out, not just going out to the world and saying, yeah, it's not great, is it? Arna Slot says rival teams are making life difficult for Gravenberch in the engine room. I think it's clear to everyone that Ryan is really comfortable on the ball and that he can drive the ball through the midfield. What could be an answer to that is making sure the distances are so small that he doesn't have a lot of space in between the lines. It's not so complicated to see what our quality is in terms of our team, and we almost see every game what the answer to our quality is. So, like, is he not just basically saying, yeah, look, what everyone's doing to us, that's working, fair play to you? It's like, why are you giving this out? Why are you going, yeah, that we find that difficult now when people do that, yeah. It's really hard. When they do this, we can't do anything, yeah. Again, why are you explaining this to the public? Why are you telling the world this? One of the ways to respond to that is scoring from set pieces. If it's hard to generate chances from open play, then you have to score from set pieces, which didn't go particularly well against Wolves, although our biggest chance again came from a set piece. It was almost impossible not to score that one. I think he means the Gakpo one there where Gakpo cleared it off the line. That's the way certain playing styles are being broken down. We have to try as much as we can to generate more from open play, but we're not the only team who are having that problem. I would agree, we're not the only team struggling with it, but ultimately we're sitting in sixth here. We're not in the Champions League spots, and that's not good enough. With the players we have at our disposal, with the money spent, with the expectations of this squad from the summer, like it's not good enough ultimately. And again, Arne is just coming out with, it's not even excuses. He's just telling us what the problems are without any solutions. It's infuriating to listen to, and yeah, I'm glad that's that part done now. So that's most of the quotes anyway done, so don't ask me for any more quotes. Few quick bits on Spurs then, just for a laugh at the end of the video. So Mickey van de Ven was sent off last night for Spurs against Crystal Palace, which means he will miss the game against Liverpool next week at Anfield. So a bit of a boost for us there. I'm sure like we should be beating Spurs. Like I'd say we should be beating Spurs at the best of times, but like the fact they're like they are genuinely in a relegation battle here somehow. Like they're 1 point above the relegation zone, and they have some tricky fixtures coming up as well. So just a quick look then, they have Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, so 2 legs of that. Then they have us away, they have Nottingham Forest at home, Sunderland away, Brighton at home, Wolves away, Aston Villa away, Leeds at home, Chelsea away, and Everton at home. They're up shit creek, lads, aren't they? Like, if they don't get relegated, they're going to be very, very close to it. Like, there's fairly confident at this point, there's not going to be much daylight between them and the bottom 3, even if they do manage to stay up. Like, that is dire. My God, like, you look at that squad, they should be nowhere near that. They should easily be top 10. Like, what has gone wrong for Spurs? If you have any Spurs friends, or, like, if you are a Spurs fan yourself watching this video for some reason, please do let me know. Enlighten me. Like, how has it gone so horribly wrong? I know there was some change in, like, the management structure and stuff, and then, like, Thomas Frank obviously got sacked as well, and like some changes higher up in the club, but like, Jesus Christ, Spurs getting relegated. Could you imagine it? There's even talk of Robbie Keane taking over as manager if they get relegated to the Championship. That'd be very interesting to see as an Irishman. But what's gone wrong? Like, I know they've been poor, but Jesus, that is a huge drop off. Like, they won the Europa League last year. When you think back to that Europa League final, like Spurs versus United, it was so much put on that game to be like, God, whoever loses this game is really up shit creek here. Like, they're really just, God, it could be the end of the club, and then Spurs win it, get into the Champions League, and looking like they could get relegated. While United are sitting third. Like, I know, like, obviously it's not all sunshine and rainbows over at Old Trafford either, but I'd certainly rather be in the United position now than Spurs, Jesus. Last bit then from BBC Sport says that relegation from the Premier League to the Championship could cost Tottenham Hotspur £261 million in revenue next season. That is huge, isn't it? Like it'll be very interesting to see. Like I don't know if I think I do want Spurs to go down. Let's be honest, that would just be hilarious. But I'd be fascinated to see like what does happen. Like would they bounce back or would they just like fall off a cliff, lose all their best players, nearly go into bankruptcy, end up getting relegated to League One? Like what way does this go if they go down? Like would players want to stay there and bring them back up, or would they all jump ship, or could they even afford to keep all their best players? Like if they're losing 261 million in revenue, that is it's not an insubstantial amount of money, is it? Or unsubstantial, whatever the word is. But like it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy we're even in this situation. But please do let me know. Will Spurs get relegated? I think they might just barely stay up, but it's by no means guaranteed at this point. That is all from me this morning anyway. If you have enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button before you head out. Craig will have a video in the afternoon around 3:30 or 4 o'clock. And then we'll be live this evening from 6:45 for the watch long. Kickoff is 8 o'clock this evening for Wolves versus Liverpool in the FA Cup. Let's hope we can get a win. I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to say a 3-1 win. That's what I predicted on Monday as well, to be fair, but maybe it comes in this time. So please let me know your score predictions in the comments below as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.